Together for Good is a Christ-centered ministry that creates pathways for the church to come alongside vulnerable families in our community. When parents face crisis with no support system, they become vulnerable. And when a parent becomes vulnerable, their children are at increased risk of trauma, including child abuse and neglect. Many assistance programs fail to provide what struggling parents need most, which is relationships. Alongside church ministry partners like Plymouth Covenant Church, Together for Good works to ensure that vulnerable families and children never walk alone. Together for Good cannot do this without host families. These families care for vulnerable children in their homes to give biological parents a safe option during a crisis. Together for Good is a voluntary alternative to foster care. In fact, Together for Good's purpose is to prevent the need for foster care by addressing trauma before it reaches crisis levels. Together for Good's goal is to keep families together.
When we moved to Minnesota, we heard about Together for Good, and it seemed like the perfect opportunity to get involved in something that we could do even though we have 2 small children at home. It seemed like something that we could do, and we took the step forward and we became a host family earlier this year.
I can't imagine being a single parent. I think that would be really, really challenging with regards to how to provide for your family, with regards to feeding them, bathing them, teaching them, just mentoring them and being a role model to them, and then just everything that's going on in the world, how you are impacted by it.
One of the first hostings we ever did was the weekend of the killing of George Floyd. We were in our house with a little brown-skinned, beautiful boy. The world was mourning, the world was grieving, and the world was incredibly upset. But that night, I got to put him to bed on a little cot right next to our bed, and I got to sing Jesus Loves Me to him, and I got to pray over him. And to me, that is why we said yes to this ministry. We have love to give, we have an extra seat at our table, and God calls us to fill it. And I think that Together for Good is an opportunity for us to fill that seat every once in a while.
To those who are thinking about being a host family, I would say you just gotta do it. The joy that we were able to experience with the little boy that we host, it's incredible. And the connection that you make, I think, as a man, with these little kids is really, really special.
If that's something that you think you could do, I would encourage you to learn more, because I think you could do it. If we can do it, you can do it.